The following has been paid for by the Pens World Order. No wonder it was 77 degrees outside. Never in doubt, never in question. Pens win 4-3 in a shootout against the Fighting Brady Kachucks and the Ottawa Senators, and the great underrated rivalry of Pens and Sens issues another chapter. Stuart Skinner, you bastard, I love you. This is the Let's Go Pens fan react as we're coming down the home stretch. Boys and girls, less than 10 games to go, and the playoffs and Lord Stanley's Cup is upon yonder. But a lot of work to do to get there. So YouTube tells me that 90% of you that watch these videos are not subscribers. Please change that. I want to get to 80 subscribers. I'm at 76. I want to get to 80 before the end of the season. So, all right. Pens and Sens up in the Great White North, taking on the black sheep of Eastern Canadian hockey, known to normal people as the Ottawa Senators. Always a tough place to play up there at Canadian Tire Centre. And believe it or not, the Pens have not beaten the Senators this season. Lost 4-0 back on December 18th, February 2nd, before the Olympics, 3-2 loss. So yeah, it's always tough taking on the Sens, always. So you got to expect these games are going to be tough. And now you got to start getting wins. Now you got to start getting points. And wins, but points. Columbus wants to be a late season wagon. The Islanders are the pesky Islanders incarnate. And if we don't get the Metro, if we don't get the top three in the Metro, there's a good chance we don't get in. Now, before this game, we were sitting second in the wild card, contradictory to everything I said. But we were. But there's no guarantee that safety net's going to be there. And if the playoffs started with us being in that second spot, we'd be taking on the Hurricanes. So, this game, big 2 points. But it starts off with 4.5 minutes in. Power play for the Sens as Drake Batherson just big blast, puts it in, past Stuart Skinner. Drake Batherson, one of the underrated hockey names in the entire league, gets his 28th. Brady Tkachuk his 30th. And Tim Stützle gets his 42nd assist. Yeah, you really believe how top-heavy these Sens are. But there are a lot of guys on there you really can't count out as well. But the Pens, they were not going to go down as Richard Raquel got his 16th on the season on a really nice assist from Erik Karlsson, who's got his 44th assist of the season. Raquel ties the game at 1. Into the second, another big gun for the Senators. Nick Cousins. Remember him? Former Tampa Bay Lightning. That guy, Nick Cousins, gets on the board for his 8th. 2-1 Ottawa. With assist from Linus Ullmark, the goalie, got an assist. Oh, it must have been Linus to a defenseman to Cousins. So, woo. Okay, 2-1. All right, Ottawa's going to battle back. It's going to battle back until Erik Karlsson went, not today, Satan. He played for Ottawa, don't you know? Just comes in, winds, fires, and he scores. Erik Karlsson gets it in to make it 2-1, and finally that revenge goal that we've always wanted, that Karlsson scores on his former team. God, remember a decade ago when he was with Ottawa? A decade ago. I'm old. Anyway, we go into the third, and then something surprising happens. Richard Raquel, power play goal, but before that, in a second, Sidney Crosby skating around, takes a bit of a check from a Senator. Okay, bit of a check. He gets a little jostled there in the boards. He's fine. He's skating around and goes into the corner, goes down low, gets out a puck. He gets tangled up in his skate a little bit. Okay. Why is he skating to the bench? Why is Sidney Crosby skating to the bench? Why is Sidney Crosby skating to the... He's fine. It's a stinger. He goes back out there for another shift. takes a face-off, skates around, and down the tunnel it goes. No! That's it. We're done. Parade's off. We're done. Everybody stop watching Penguins hockey. Pirates baseball's on. How are they doing? They're playing the Mets. What's the score? That's not important right now. Who cares? We're done. We're done. The NFL draft is in Pittsburgh in a month. That's what's important now. But Richard Raquel, not today, Satan. Power play goal for his 17th makes it 3-2. And you think, okay, we played inspired hockey without Crosby in the lineup. Without Crosby and Malkin in the lineup. We could do this. We could beat them until Stützle gets a deflection, weird pass thing in front of Stuart Skinner, gets it down near himself, passes it over to Drake Batherson, backdoor play, he scores, and Dan Muse says, there was a bit of contact there. I think we can win this. And everybody's going, no, there's nothing there. Nah, you see there, and all of a sudden Dan Muse becomes Zap Brannigan from Futurama. Kith, when there is contact, there is non-contact. And when there is non-contact, it means there's contact. Kith, we will challenge this play. Inform the ref. Understood, sir. But what's Dan Muse's record on challenges this season? On goaltender interference, 0 for 9. 0. Call stands, tied game, and the Pens just survive. This is not where they were trying to take the lead. They survived. And we go to overtime. You nick a point, that's fine. Columbus lost, that's good. That is good. You nick a point, that's fine. No Crosby. Malkin's not having a good game. You go to overtime, some chances here and there, but nothing doing. We go to the skills competition, and it's like, okay, all right, we go to the skills competition, and who are we going to do this? First one out, Ben-81 Kindles. First one out, Drake Batherson comes in, shoots, scores. It's Drake frickin' Batherson. Next, Richard Raquel. Good selection, Musey. Good selection. Comes in. Stopped. It's Linus Ullmark, guys. It's Linus Ullmark. Over comes Tim Stützle. He scores. It's done. Stuart Skinner. Nope. Saved. Next, Yegor Chinikov just looks at the bench and goes, Father, for the honor of the family. And Malkin just stands there and goes, and he says, and Yegor goes, Father, charges in and scores. And he goes back to the bench and goes, Father, have I done good? And Malkin just goes, he's good, son, he's good. Yegor Chinikov gets the goal. Up for Ottawa is Shane Pinto Beans. Nothing for him. Out comes Ben-81 Kindle. Come on, boy. Score and we go home. Kindle comes in, looks, shoots, scores! Ben-81 Kindle gets it! Late delivery, doesn't matter. In before the shop closed. That's it. Get everyone and get the hell out of here. Pens win 4-3 the final. What a game. What 2 points. It was needed. And now the Pens are back in it. Back in second in the division. Columbus a point back, and now the Islanders are in that second wild card spot. So it's still 4 from the Atlantic, 4 from the Metro. See, boys and girls, the playoff system does work. Bill Guerin, call your office. So just got to keep getting points. And in comes Dallas on Saturday. 1 o'clock game. Dallas has lost 4 in a row. You need points this time of year. Wins and points, one way or another. I know the schedule sucks. I know we have a lot of hard teams we're going to play. We got Dallas this weekend. We probably play somebody on Saturday. I don't have it up in front of me right now. But we all knew this month was going to be difficult. We all knew it. We all knew it going in. So yeah, we have Dallas on Saturday. That'll end the week. And then it's the Islanders on Monday. That's going to be an interesting one before a home game on Thursday against Detroit. That, nothing assured there. The Fighting Dylan Larkins before we head down to Florida on April 2nd. Lots of hockey left. And oh, by the way, we still have a home-and-home series against the Capitals in a few weeks. Nothing is given. Let's go, Pens. We'll catch you next time.